Let's do it, man. Many face. So, here we go, man. Another coach out of here. Frank Vogel. Byron Scott was right, man. They say, I don't want the job. Why take the job when you're going to be the scapegoat? Why take the job? You know, these guys have ruined the careers of great coaches. Frank Vogel is a great coach, man. What's my man name in Detroit? Monty Williams, whatever, the guy that got the Phoenix to the finals. It's a great coach, man. Good coach. Darvin Ham never got a chance, man. But we've seen how good he can coach. Every time these guys didn't play and people wrote them off, they won the game. On the road. Mike Brown was almost ruined, eh? Luke Walton finished. Darvin Ham be lucky if he get another job in the NBA. And you know, to be honest, those guys, I wouldn't even want to coach in the NBA right now, man. Not unless those guys is out of here. Those guys, I mean, that whole LeBron era. KD and those guys do nothing but get dudes fired, man. No accountability. Like, I never hear these guys come in and say, hey, look, we didn't play well. You know, the coach drew everything up he needed to draw up. We didn't execute. That's on us. You know, we'll be back stronger next year, and we're going to work our butts off in the off season to get better. And we never hear that from these guys, man. Never. You never hear it from that, man. From them, man. These guys like Frank Vogel, he only had 1 year, man, and he's gone. And what the hell is that? Darvin Ham never got it. He was getting embarrassed every time he stepped on the floor with those dudes. You know, it's a shame, man. These young boys, this is why I love what they're doing. I hope they cook these dudes again next year. And that'll really solidify everything. Get them out of here, man. This is the beginning of the end. All these guys want to do is stack up teams. And when they lose, they blame the coach. You know what I'm saying? But the GM, nobody else gets no responsibility. These organizations that don't build. You know, when Frank Vogel, the Lakers did the right thing with Frank Vogel in the bubble, that bubble championship run. They had the right pieces on that team. Remember, I said you have to have the right. Your team has to have balance. That Phoenix team had no balance. And he shouldn't have did. Frank is a defensive coach, and you had all offensive players on this team, and you got him no defense, no dogs, no grounded out players, defensive players, like, you know what I'm saying, no big men. You didn't surround those guys with no help as far as, you know, the grittiness of the team. So they was all finesse, and that shit don't work to win a championship. You just can't throw 3 superstars together and win. You need a balanced team, man. Even that team in Miami, they had balance, man. They had grit. You know what I'm saying? They had guys that produce, that didn't need the ball, that allowed the superstars to be the superstars, or they did all the dirty work. And when they needed key shots, they hit them. That's what wins championships. Not just slapping superstars together, man, to me. I'm just a fan. I ain't never played ball or whatever. From what I've seen, that's what wins championships, man. Frank Vogel's out of here. Unbelievable. After 1 year, championship coach gone. Darvin Ham get his team to the Western Conference Finals. The next year they lose in the first round because you don't put the right pieces around Bron and AD. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not exalting them because they stay in the blender. Because like I said, they don't take no responsibility. But what I do mean is they're not putting the right players around those guys. Like, you know, got to go up against the Joker. You know, the West got big men, and you got just Anthony Davis who really don't want to play in the post. So you need guys to surround him to mask. You know what I'm saying? Him, you know, trying to play in the post and guard post players when that's not really what he does. He's more of a shot blocker and a guarding, you know what I'm saying, like more of like, I would say, I wouldn't even say a rim protector, more of a rebounder and a shot blocker and an on-ball defender. Like, you know, he's not really, you know, known for guarding posts. But he's throwing him on the Joker. That's why he's getting cooked. Too light and ass guard the Joker. See what's happening with the Joker now. Swarming him. Then they didn't swarm Joker. Like, they didn't play like they didn't play no trap defenses and none of that, man. So, you know, when you don't surround these guys with the right help, and you know, you don't, play the right defensive schemes, or you don't have the right talent to play the right defensive schemes, you're going to lose. And in Phoenix case, they didn't have the players that Frank Vogel needed to really orchestrate what he needed to orchestrate on that team, which is tough defense, and let his guys cook, man. And now he's out of a job. So these guys are ruining coaches' careers, man. I want these guys out of here, man. Like I said, if I did the short earlier, if I'm Jeanie Buss, do not resign these guys, man. Just move on, man. You're not gonna win the championship. Anything else you're doing, you ass kissing from there, because the guy's not gonna win you the championship, man. That's not gonna happen unless you get some of these young boys. You gotta swindle one of these young boys, and then you still gotta surround the team around him. You're gonna pay that man all his money, and then you're gonna trade your draft picks, and then when the man leave in a year or two, you're gonna be, you know, waiting 4 or 5 years for a good draft pick, and then you're gonna be in the mud. You're gonna lose more than, you know, putting a couple of butts in the season now. Get him out of here, let him go, and, you know, get you a coach that can start fresh with a new team and rebuild this shit, man. You still got Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, and those guys. Like, put some, you know, get you, you know, draft you a couple of good players out the draft, or trade some draft picks and get one of them young boys, and you on to something. Stop holding on to this dinosaur, man. Disgusting to see these good head coaches get fired, man. Coaches get all the blame. GMs get no blame. Players get no blame. It's disgusting, man. I'm outside in the hood. This ain't really the hood. I'm outside, man. You hear that train. But then, you know, this is the argument that really was going. I had to turn off the TV, man, when I watched First Take this morning and hear Stephen A. talk about Kobe's disrespect. Like, come on, man. First of all, how is Magic and Bird not in that conversation? Why is Kareem, you see, this is the problem with, you look at too much accolades, right? Kareem got a lot of accolades. 6-time MVP, 6-time NBA champ. Finals MVP. He got a lot of accolades, man. He was an all-time leading scorer, longevity stat. What was that different before Magic got there? So this is what's crazy. We forget Kobe. They said he couldn't do it without Shaq. He was Shaq's sidekick, but he averaged 30 in 2002 with Shaq on the team. It was a couple of years in those playoffs, he was leading them in scoring. You're looking at his numbers, you want to count numbers. You guys forget that Kobe started out 17 years old behind All-Stars. He had to sit on the bench. He had to trade those All-Stars away when he was, 19, 20, to build the team around him and Shaq. You forgot about that. You forgot that when Shaq fouled out against the Pacers in their first championship, a young Kobe got out there, probably wasn't even 21 yet, got out there and got the cooking, man. Forgot about that. They forgot about that. They forgot Kobe did that. Overtime, cooked them in Indiana. They forgot what Kobe did to San Antonio on the Spurs and them boys, man. They forgot that. I'm saying they forgot what he did to Boston and that big three. But they forgot that he beat more 50-win teams than Magic. Somebody had the nerve. Kareem's not even the best Laker. I did the video about Kareem the other day, and in the video I did when face off in the video. In the video I did, I mentioned things like it's not even the best Laker. Where did he lead his team before Magic got there? They were getting bounced in the first round year after year. He had one championship until Magic got there. Magic career got cut short after Kareem left. He got back to the finals without Kareem. If you want to say the greatest Laker, I would argue Magic. Magic.